Welcome to this final part of the interview with, of course, our guest this evening, Anaclate Luyali, a student at Bowling Green State University, who is studying a master's degree in engineering management. Again, Anaclate, thanks for being part of this show. I mean, you've told us quite a bit about what you're studying. You've told us about your journey, from Vihiga, in the western part of Kenya, all the way to Nairobi, at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. Now you are in the US. I remember you talking about a sense of excellence that was instilled in you when you were growing up, and that you have tried to practice, all along. But I wanted you also to talk about how you really came. I know you mentioned about somebody who gave you a link that you applied. Could you speak to that a little bit more for the sake of the viewers?
Okay, my friend Alex Maingi,
Alex Maingi,
really influential. He's like a brother to me. So he sent me a link when I was working. We were in undergraduate school in JKUAT together. Then after that, we both went into different careers. He was working on doing his things on a farm, and so after that he got an opportunity to come to the US on J1 visa, somewhere for an Ohio program. So while he was working there, that's when he applied to come to Bowling Green. And when he was Bowling Green, he sent me a link and he was like, brother, try this thing. I think it's a good school. They have good acceptance rate for international students. I think the place is nice, good environment, friendly community. Just try and see if they apply. So he guided me on the process of application. I applied and eventually I was able to come here. So he held my hand, showed me around, basically introduced me to the community around, and everything to do with settling in, he was responsible for that. So I owe a lot of where I am to him.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. So Alex Maingi, if you're watching, obviously Anaclate is very thankful to, having helped him to be able to transition to the US. All right, that's really good. I mean, you are quite, an inspiration. I know you have future goals, of what you want to become. What are some of those goals now that you're doing a master's? You want to do a PhD after this? You want to go to the world of work? So what do you want to do? You want to get married?
Yeah, family is something that is on my mind. I thought about it for a few moments, but then I said, okay, let me probably be a little bit patient, maybe try to get into career work, especially work for a little bit, because I think for me, if I think about it, I think it's only right or is practical for me that I put to use or to practice the knowledge that I've learned in school. I value work. I like to work. I like to be productive in the society. I like to use my mind to be innovative, to solve challenges. I feel confident. I feel comfortable doing that. I like to work with my hands too. So that is something that I'm looking for. So for the future plans, I'm thinking going to the job market. It's only right that I've studied in the US, so I think it is only also right that I practice some of that knowledge in the US, because eventually, if I'm thinking then go start an enterprise back at home to help my people, for instance, I think it is good to learn. I mean, this is a first world country, so it's good to learn some of the cultures here that are useful and positive, how they do their work, how they have been able to employ technology and knowledge in solving world problems. So I think it is good to study that, to be part of that, to look at that and pick up some lessons, get friends, get networks, get resources even, so that when you are, if it is now talking about going back, maybe after 10, 15 years, then it makes a lot of sense, and you'll gain a lot of ground when you have resources, you have networks, and you have friends, all from the opportunities that coming or studying in America offers. Yeah.
Okay. So the route of PhD, maybe or not.
Maybe or maybe not. Maybe hold on that decision for a couple of years. maybe work, then see how what the future presents.
Mm-hmm.
But even for the masters, sometimes I look at myself and I pinch myself. I'm like, am I the one doing masters? Because I never envisioned maybe I'll do masters. I knew maybe I might do it, but not as soon as I did it.
Maybe because engineering takes quite a while to graduate in.
Yeah.
First degree, you take
I mean,
5
years.
years.
5 years, and it's 5 years of toil, tears, and I mean sweat and blood. So it's not easy. The mathematics we used to do. It's just after you finish, you don't want to go back to school again. You don't even want to tell people, oh, you can come do go into my school or my college. If someone asks you, I want to come to college, you tell them maybe go to a business degree or do something else. You don't recommend people to do engineering. I think because of how the amount of work that goes into it, the challenges that come with it,
and the rewards. There are rewards to that as well.
Then there are rewards.
Because you told us of how you are working for an agricultural engineering company, moving all over the country, courtesy of your job. So the rewards come as well.
There's rewards too.
Yeah. Okay, good. I mean, you are a very aspiring, young man, and
well, thank you.
And I mean, it's quite an achievement of what you've done. There are people looking at you right now. There are people who will watch this video, not only today, but many years to come. You can look at the camera and speak to other, young men or young boys, or indeed even girls, back in Serem, in that village. What can you tell them?
I think most importantly, and maybe I should have said this sooner than later, is I think have a dream, then have belief, then trust in God, especially if you're a Christian, trust in God. For some of the things that you achieve along the line, when you look in hindsight, you attribute them to God, because you can't figure or wrap your mind around it, that how can I, for instance, for my case, right, just a small boy in the village, going to school, just going about his business. Sometimes you tend to wonder, why me? But then the answer comes, there's a purpose to everything. So I think most importantly is you have to keep your dreams alive. You have to keep on hoping. You have to be someone who is ready to risk, ready to find opportunities, ready to put themselves out there, express their creativity, express their art, express the gifts that God has put in the hands of each one of us. So just try to find opportunities and leverage on those opportunities. I mean, there's no shame in asking if you don't know something. There's no shame in reaching out for help to people. There's no shame in trying to aspire for things that are beyond your surrounding, beyond your village, beyond your school, beyond your friends, beyond your family. There's no shame in trying to reach out for the thing that is on the other side of the river. So keep on aspiring. I would say that. If believe in God, have faith in God, trust in Him, pray and seek God for purpose and guidance and wisdom, and pray for His favor, even so that He speaks to the hearts of the people that are supposed to connect you to some of these opportunities before you walk in any other room, before you walk in the room that you aspire to go to. And just keep at it. There's so many things that would want to discourage you, so many things that would want to surround you, that are surrounding you, that want to defeat you, but keep on trying to find ways to remain inspired, to remain inspirational. And I think with that said, I think you can achieve
so the bottom line, as you say, the bottom line is simply, just have faith in God.
Yes.
Whether you're Muslim, whether you're Christian, whatever religion you belong to, just have faith. And then again, you did say that, aspire, take risks, inculcate yourself a sense of, as I keep saying, of excellence. which is very, really good advice to the young people out there. I also want you maybe, there's this earlier on in our first part, we did talk about, the undergraduate school we went to. There was that notion that girls cannot do engineering. Speak to girls right now.
So yeah, so there's from I would say also, I think right now with so many advancements in technology, with a lot of help, with resources that are available online. I mean, something like as simple as coding, for instance, or programming. There's numerous amount of resources online that you can learn and do things like coding, computer science, just online. I'm just using that as an example. So that means, therefore, that the world has been open for whoever is ready to take the world and grasp such opportunities. So for girls that are out there, for instance, that want to probably venture into STEM, that is predominantly men, research shows on like majority of men still are in STEM related fields, but that does not mean that girls are condemned not to, or ladies are condemned not to venture into STEM. If you feel you can do it, if you think you can do it, if you have the gifting, if you have the opportunities, please do not let these opportunities pass by. Ask, apply to the schools, apply to different opportunities that might come across your way, and try to reach out to these opportunities and leverage these opportunities to move you to the next step. So yeah, so whether it is,
and sometimes I always say that not sometimes, I also do advise people actually do also what you think you can do. Because your thought processes is a summation of your experiences and knowledge, which may not be complete, because we acquire knowledge and experiences over a long period of time.
that's
And
right.
so even if you have something you think you can't do, you just have to believe, like you said repeatedly, that believe in yourself, and that do not think you cannot do anything. Try to get yourself into situations where you can be able to have opportunity to do those. And very good advice.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been it's been amazing. I mean, we've talked quite a bit about your journey, your story, and your life here at Bowling Green State University. So, I mean, you are in engineering department. Overall, do we have other African students that you've met in that department?
Yes, there's a couple of African students that study there. Students from Ghana, the students from Nigeria, the students from Sierra Leone, the students from Tanzania, the students from I met one South African, I think. There are students from Egypt. So they're doing construction management, they're doing engineering management, they're doing mechanical engineering, they're doing just basically in the School of Engineering, Electrical and Electronics and Computer Engineering. So it's not limited. It's the entire face of Africa, I think, is represented, and I think the school is opening up avenues for more and more. I think the engineering school is being expanded. We're getting new opportunities, and new programs and courses are being introduced. So yeah, there are opportunities for other Africans to come and join, apart from the ones that are already here. There are Kenyans too who are studying the same course with here.
Wow, wow. It's been amazing. It's been really been amazing to have to talk to you. And it's been a pleasure. And we look forward to meeting you again, to follow and track your story and your journey until you are able to finish your studies. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm glad
I mean, it's been a pleasure. I've learned a few things in engineering today.
Yeah.
And, we look forward again to meeting you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so viewers, so this has been the episode of Anaclate Luyali, and track him again and